Hey everyone, it's Emily. Welcome back on my channel. Today's video is going to be my part 2 of my group review of mascara. Last time I did one like 6 months ago and it went really well. Everyone seemed to enjoy it, so I thought, why not do a second one? So that's what I'm doing today. I test out 10 mascara, all from the Drugstore this time, so I decided I would show you pictures and explain to you how they worked on me. Obviously, just putting that out there, every mascara will work differently for everyone, so if one of the mascara I didn't really like is actually your holy grail, don't take it personally, it just works that way. So feel free to just leave it in the comments your experience with those mascara, because it's different for everyone. I just thought that at least showing pictures and comparing them, you would be able to decide if you want to purchase it or not. So don't forget to also let me know in the comments any other ones you want me to test out. I will link also the one that I did just over here, so you can go and watch the 10, 11 that I did last time. So let's start. I'm going to start with the one that is on my eyes because it is a new holy grail mascara. I'm too excited to keep it for the end or something. I just need to talk about it. And I'm talking about the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. I know a lot of people were telling me to try the other color, the black one from this range, but this is the bomb. Like, I love this mascara. That's what I'm wearing on my lashes today. You can't really see it perfectly because I'm wearing eyeliner, but you can see my lashes look incredibly long, which, by the way, I also forgot to mention, all the mascara I use are non-waterproof, and I never curl my lashes because I want to see what they can do on their own. And that's what it can do on its own. Like, it's pretty intense. My lashes are pretty long, but they go downward, but this curls them. It gives me a lot of length. Like, if you're looking for really lengthening mascara, this is the one. It doesn't separate my lashes perfectly. I was hoping it would dry down eventually and be more defining, more separating. It's not the case. I've been using it for a really long time now, and I use it pretty much on a daily basis, and it still hasn't dried out. It's a tiny wand, but I actually really love it. And if you remember, if you saw my other ones, I hated that the other L'Oreal mascara were doing this, like bending, but actually this one I like. I usually love big brushes, but this works amazingly. It is super easy to also use on your lower lashes. You're not gonna make a mess, and it's just amazing. Like I said, I never curl my lashes, but still this kept the curl all day long. No smudging, no flaking. I'm impressed. So like I said, the only complaint I would have is the fact that it's not the most separating mascara. So I usually just end up using like the Covergirl Lash Blast or the Clump Crusher just to separate my lashes a little bit more. But otherwise, this is just magic in a tube. I know a lot of you were curious about what I thought about this Essence iart Extreme Mascara. I actually used it in a first impression like whole makeup of Essence. So I'll link every video I did on those down below so you can see them act throughout the day. But this one, I was so impressed by it. First of all, the tube, bright pink, kind of cute, gotta admit. It was pretty affordable too, like $5. The brush is humongous, like it's the size of my eye. And as you can see, it's tiny bristle. It is plastic, but it does not hurt your eyes, which I hate when plastic brushes hurt. Like, what's the point? What I loved about it, it didn't give me a lot of length, but a little bit of volume. But what I loved is that it looked like I had like a million lashes, which who doesn't want that? It was great for this. The formula, like, it wasn't dry, it's just that it gripped onto my lashes so well. It gave me a little bit of curl too. My complaint is that there was a bit of smudging and flaking, and I kept using it hoping it would stop, but it didn't. So just FYI, it will smudge a little bit on you, or at least it did on me, and a tiny bit of flaking. So just be aware, maybe look at it once in a while during the day just to make sure you don't have any smudging. But otherwise, for the price, this is an amazing mascara. I do recommend it. If you were interested in it, it's a good one. I have a couple of Maybelline mascara, but I'm going to start with these two because they're pretty much the same, but one of them is the cat eye version. This is the Maybelline, the colossal, I can't pronounce this. So one of them is the version cat eye, is one of them is just the regular. I'm going to start with the cat eye version, which has a curve in the one, which the other one doesn't. As you can see, it's tiny bristle, it's not plastic, and there's a little bit of a curve. The formula was actually pretty dry, but not necessarily in a bad way. It just looked very natural, gave me a little bit of length, a little bit of curl, a little bit of everything. Very natural, like I said, but it did give me the look of having more lashes. So if you're looking for a not clumpy everyday mascara that isn't too intense, I think this one is a great one for this. I feel like it's the case for most Maybelline mascara. I feel like they do a decent job. I wouldn't mind being stuck with it for like 1 month, 3 months. I wouldn't mind wearing it until it dries out. But I'm never like overly impressed. I'm never like, oh my god, this is my new holy grail mascara. So again, the case with this mascara, it was okay. I liked it for every day, but it wasn't super intense. As for the original formula, this brush was humongous and it was natural bristle once again, but no curve, as you can see. This one gave me more volume, so it wasn't as dry as the cat eye version. Maybe this one was a little older. I haven't waited that long before using it after purchasing it, but just FYI. But it was still a pretty dry formula. It didn't give me a crazy volume, crazy length, but it was pretty defining. And it didn't curl my lashes as much as the cat eye because probably of the brush, because this one has the curve, so it's easier to just push your lashes and give it a curl. The best way to explain this mascara is probably like fluttery lashes. That's what I call them, when they're just naturally, the product is not heavy on your lashes, but it doesn't necessarily curl them that much. Like it just, you know, very detailed description. So both okay, not necessarily my favorites. They give me a very natural look, so if that's something you're looking for, these are great options. The next one, I need to put a little disclaimer before I show the picture, just because I had just been to the optometrist, so they put some drops in my eyes. I'm not on some drugs. My pupils are very dilated. Like, my pupils are very big, but it's just because of the drops. Just had to put it out there. I probably need to take another picture whenever I do like a group review of like 100 mascaras, so this one doesn't stand out for that. But I'm talking about the NYX mascara. This is the Badonk Lush Lashes Mascara. It was my first time trying a NYX mascara, and to be completely honest, I didn't have high hopes just because I've heard nobody ever mentioning their mascara. It was my first time trying them, so I wasn't expecting much, and they kind of impressed me, but still wouldn't call it a favorite nor repurchase. Once again, a huge brush with tiny bristle. It is plastic, as you can see. It's like almost the size of my eyes. Once again, focus on me, not the owls. It did give me a curl. It didn't clump my lashes together, but it didn't give me that much length or volume. It was a really decent mascara. I wouldn't mind if I had to use it. If it was the only mascara that I owned for like a week, I wouldn't die. Like, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't have to run out and purchase something else. But again, not something I would necessarily repurchase. It was pretty average. But I didn't have any flaking or smudging, so that's good. The next one, I have to say, is interesting. That's the best way of describing it, and it is the Rimmel mascara. It does say on the packaging and even on tube that it has cucumber essence in it. What, cucumber vitamins? Gotta say, you're gonna stay very shocked whenever you open this because it smells like freaking cucumbers. Which, thing is, I was scared it would actually have a reaction with my eyes, but because my eyes get red super easily, but I did not, so at least you can know that. I even wear contacts and didn't have any issue with it, so don't be scared of that. But personally, wasn't crazy about the fact that it was a scent because I could smell it. Like, throughout the day, I was like, damn, I smell like cucumbers right now. And personally, not a favorite scent. If it is your case, then you will love this, but yeah, just a little weird. Just putting it out there. Scents are something that you need to know when you purchase a product, especially mascara. So this is what the brush looks like. I feel like there's a huge trend of like having like hourglass brushes, which personally, I'm not feeling them. I feel like the middle part of my lashes just doesn't get the product. I have to go back with the top part just to separate my lashes and actually even put product on them. So personally, I'm not a fan of this, so didn't start on a great note. On the good side, there wasn't too much product going on my lashes, so it wasn't too hard to just separate them afterward. But like I said, it was a very natural look and it didn't curl them very much, probably because of the lack of bristle in the middle, and I had to go back to just give them the look I wanted with the top part. Not too much length, not too much volume, but it was a pretty natural look for every day, so if it's something you're looking for, you will like this. Personally, wouldn't repurchase just because of the cucumber scent. It was just a little too weird for me. The next one, I was not sure how it was going to go because I wasn't a big fan of the trend of like clumpy lashes. Every single mascara that I tried from L'Oreal didn't work for me. I just didn't love the look. It had a lot of fallouts on me and I just couldn't deal with it. But I was still curious to try the Maybelline version. So this is the Maybelline I can never say it. This is the chaotic version of the mascara. I gotta say, I was actually surprised. Actually a pretty dry formula, so I felt like it really ended up sticking to my lashes in a good way. The wand is actually a bit weird. As you can see, there's kind of a little bit of a curl, but not really. It was a bit weird right there. And it is a short bristle. If you follow their instruction on the packaging, you have to start using it and then you just go back and do this and this motion on your lashes to just clump them together. But even if you do this, it wasn't that bad and I could easily go back and just you know, separate them a little bit more, and I ended up liking to look like this, not necessarily when I were clumped together, but just a little bit more separated. I feel like the clumping part gave them a lot of volume. It was overall a lot more wearable than I thought it would be. So overall, again, a look of like fluttery lashes. Like the formula is kind of light on the lashes and they just ended up looking like this. Like, I mean, like, not that they were like all straight like some mascara do. I feel like it just naturally curled on the sides. There was a little bit of fallout at the end of the day, just probably because there's more product on the lashes because of the clumpy part. So maybe using less product will end up with less fallouts. I feel like whenever I was using it again, I didn't have that much of an issue with that. So overall, I think this is a better version of like the L'Oreal Miss Manga Rock. Personally, did not work for me. The whole thing just didn't work and there was a lot of fallouts. This one barely anything, and I think it was overall a lot better. So if you're looking for something that is a little bit clumpy but not too much, I think this is a great option. The next one used to be my holy grail mascara, and I'm talking about the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. This one is the non-waterproof version, which is important for what I'm about to say. Thing is, this used to be my favorite combo. Actually, this and this were just perfect for each other, this one being the second mascara. This one gives you a lot of volume. Like, it is a very, very wet formula, so I feel like it does put a lot of product on your lashes, doesn't necessarily separate them very well, which is why I would end up going back with the Covergirl Clump Crusher or the Lash Blast like this one. When I took the picture, that you will see the product was starting to be a little bit more dry, so there's not as much volume, but it is an incredible mascara. My only complaint is the fact that it smudges, and it did the same thing back in the day whenever I was using this, and I probably still purchased like 6 or 7 tube of this. So I kind of didn't mind the smudging. I would just have to go back like middle of the day just to take it off, and I was okay because I love the look so much and I used to never want to try new mascaras. So that was the one that I would always go back to. Now I think I might like other combination better, but it was still my holy grail for such a long time that I can't say that I don't like it. So I feel like these two, for example, were perfect together because this one was giving me a lot of volume. This one is a little bit more length and definition. Like, together, they were incredible. So still like you, probably won't repurchase anytime soon. I probably should try the waterproof version, but I just don't like waterproof mascaras. So if you're interested in this and you do love waterproof mascara, then maybe it won't smudge on you and it will be better. Just love the look. So 2 left, one that I liked, one that I didn't. So I'm gonna start with the one that didn't work for me. And it is a CoverGirl mascara, which usually CoverGirl mascara works for me, but not this one. This is the Flamed Out mascara, which I love the packaging. It looked so much fun, and again, it is unfortunately a hourglass shape, which don't work for me. This one was actually very dry and it was brand new and it started already smelling. Like, the first time I used it was brand new, smelled already, was pretty dry. So I'm hoping that it was a really old one that I got, which it's weird to hope that, but I hope for like other people, maybe it will work better if it wasn't so old, or maybe it's just the formula, because that's my impression. I won't be repurchasing just because it felt like I purchased an expired mascara. It didn't give me anything. I didn't like the brush. It was so natural, probably because it felt so dry, and there's so much product still left, but it's very like clumpy and like thick, probably because, again, very dry. So very natural, not in a good way. It smudged and flaked a bit too, so overall was so disappointing with this. There's like so many mascara that I love from CoverGirl, but this one is not one of them. Just realized that I forgot there's 2 more mascara from CoverGirl, both that I like. The first one being the Super Sizer, which everyone has been talking about it, and for a good reason. It is actually a really, really good mascara. I'm gonna start with the negative. It's just that I don't love the brush. There's a learning curve to use it. You get better at it, but I still think on a daily basis, I'm in a rush, I work, I go to school. I don't want to have to like turn my brush and do it perfectly. Like, it just, I don't have time for that. Like, ain't nobody got time for this. You just want it to be easy and work. If you don't mind spending a little bit more time with your mascara, or if you think it's very easy to use, then you won't have an issue. So this is what a brush looks like. As you can see, it's like 4 different sides. 2 sides are like kind of flat, and there's a lot of product that goes onto your lashes. So I would start with that side, and then you turn it around, and there's like little brushes, plastic ones, and then you go and separate your lashes. It gives you so much length, a little bit of volume, probably because it is a very wet formula. The only thing is that you have to be careful, because once you apply the first coat on like the flat portion, you're like, holy moly, this is so clumpy, I don't like this. And then you go back and you separate them and you're like, oh, actually, I think I like this. Surprisingly, even with that brush, it gave me a good curl, which I didn't expect, and it lasted all day too, which again, did not expect this. Like, usually with tiny brush like this doesn't necessarily curl your lashes. This one did, surprisingly, without having to press on your lashes. No flaking, no smudging. Totally understand why people love this so much. The only thing is that it's a bit of a wet formula, plus the fact that you have to like turn it around and try to make it look good. Some days it would end up looking amazing. Some days not so much, probably because I didn't have enough time to just go back and separate them perfectly. So just be aware, if you don't mind spending a bit of time with your lashes, you will love this. If you don't like to have to learn to use the brush, then I would skip it. Finally, last but not least, another Covergirl mascara. Apparently I left them all for last. The Plumpify mascara. This is a new one. This is the Plumpify Blast Pro, which again, I was impressed, which did not expect this. It has the weirdest wand ever, which I'll include a picture because I feel like you can never perfectly see it on camera just because it doesn't give it justice. It kind of curves and it's just very, very weird. Like there's like it's curly pasta. I'll include a picture so you can see it, but a portion of it is a little bit more shorter bristle and the other one longer. So it kind of reminded me of this one. So I was like, uh-oh, will I like this or not? The trick with this one is to turn it around as you apply it, and it gives you amazing results too. There's less of a learning curve to use the wand. You just have to think about turning it as you apply it and it gives you the result you want. No flaking, no smudging. It actually did curl my lashes a bit too, which super impressed. I'll include the pictures as usual, and I was impressed. Like all day long, it kept my lashes very curled. It also gave me the look of having more lashes, which I'm obsessed with. I feel like that's what I want, especially because it's not often that you do that, and I really love this. I just switched the top part with the little bristle, had more bristles, so I could apply less product and just separate my lashes a little bit more with this. So overall, love this. I will keep using it. It is the newest one in my collection, so I have to test it out a little bit more, but I've been using it a lot on a daily basis, and I love it. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to let me know your opinions on these mascara. Don't forget to let me know which other ones you want to see in a future video. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to not miss any future videos, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!